everyone, welcome back to Neurodiverse and Restless. I'm your host, John Royer, and I'm here to review Evolve episode 7 to episode 9. And boy, did it get hectic. We got a lot of people in feuds. Stevie kind of hints that the titles are coming really soon, and we see who is going to be the top contenders for the titles in these episodes, and I cannot wait. So let's get right into it. So we start off with Trill London versus Harlem Lewis. And I love how they keep saying Harlem Lewis is undefeated in Evolve. Yes, the man is undefeated. All the matches he's been in, he's undefeated. Ice Williams is watching from VIP. We will get him a little later with somebody else teasing a feud. I really liked that. And then we get Trill London versus Harlem Lewis. I like Trill London. He's kind of like the punk rock guy, but he gets obliterated. Like literally, Harlem Lewis just comes in Wreck's house, drops him with a boom slaying finisher for the W. They keep saying Harlem is undefeated, but so is Kevu. The two big men are undefeated. The top title's coming. So Chewy interviews Harlem, and he says, what is your opinion on Kevu also being undefeated in the titles, not Chewy stirring up the pot? And Harlem says, I want to fight Kevu in a match. Let's see who is really undefeated, and I'm going to be the one to win the titles. And then Gallus shows up out of nowhere. A brawl almost happens, so they all have to break him up. And then we get the next match, Gallus versus Jack Cartwright and Cappuccino Jones. I like their tag team. They become a tag team later on. I think they're called Caffeinated. It's really good. I've been seeing clips of Caffeinated. I love Cartwright Jackson. Jack Cartwright, a Cappuccino Jones tag team. And then we get Jordan Oasis teaming up with them to fight Gallus. It's a really good match. Cartwright and Cappuccino, you know, they had to do some high-flying spots. Like, they delivered. Cartwright started out strong against Joe Coffey, just doing his cartwheels and flips and stuff. Joe Coffey was trying to keep up. He got confused. And then Wolfgang tags in and literally manhandles everyone. Wolfgang is one of the best. I love the Gallus. Like, the Coffey brothers, one of the best tag teams. Wolfgang, really good wrestler. Go see his match against Sam Holloway on Evolved. Really good. They both really go at it. But then Mark Murphy tags in, and then Jordan Oasis tags in, and then we get a kaiju fight. It was like both men fighting into a goddamn Godzilla King Kong city. Both of them was destroying everyone. Near the end, body was flying. Oasis pointed, and Cappuccino and Cartwright knew what to do. They did their iconic Cartwright backflip jump. Like, that move is so cool. They do a Cartwright and then two backflips and then a dive outside the ring. Back in the ring, Wolfgang and Jordan went toe-to-toe, but then Wolfgang and Gallus pretty much teams up to take out Cartwright, Cappuccino, and Oasis. Literally, Wolfgang spears Cartwright and Cappuccino like crazy, and the Coffey brothers hit their finisher for a win. It was really good, and then Gallus says that they're the best faction in Evolved, and nobody can beat them. I really liked it, and I want to see who can dethrone Gallus, because they're a pretty strong team. And then we get a little bit of VIP drama. So Ice Williams is there having fun, and then Luca shows up sitting next to him. Ice Williams doesn't seem to like it. Luca just gives him a dirty look. Most likely we're going to get a feud later with them. Nice little teaser. And then we get Ora Mensa versus Javier Bernard. It was really technical, flashy showcase. And I liked it. I think it was a really good match. They got crazy with chops. Javier does his head scissors into a drop kick, one of my favorite moves for him. But Oro snaps back with a killer kick combo and a slick DDT. And then a dive-in drop kick for the win. Like, that combo sequence for the win is really good. Both men look sharp. And I feel like both men should be contenders for the Evolve Championship down the line. And then, guys, we get the main event because Kelly Armstrong last episode pretty much says she's the best woman. So Kendall Gray got mad, Brentley Reese, and the diva Shantae Moore got mad. So we get the first ever 4-way match in Evolve. And boy, was it a banger. We start with all women jumping Kelly Armstrong, and then they was all going to jump Chantel. But Kendall Gray, she's a boss. She don't care. She was not going to listen to Brentley. So they fight. Chantel try to sneak in. We get some crazy like roll-up attempts, multi-person spots. Kelly Armstrong does the favorite spot of the match when she rolls up Chantel and Brittany Reese into like a sandwich and she almost rolls them up for the win. Kendall comes and breaks it out. A brawl hits on the outside. Kendall flies into all of the women. Brittany Reese back in the ring, suplexes all the women like a beast. Wow. She's pretty much the powerhouse, one of the powerhouses of the women's division in Evolve. Back then, Kelly Armstrong obliterates Kendall and Chantel with a running elbow and a massive slam for the win, proving why she's the future face of the women's division in Evolved. And it's really good. And this episode kind of shows like who are going to be the top dogs going into the title matches soon. Because in the next episode, Stevie hints that titles are coming soon and we're going to get a tournament. And I cannot wait. So let's go right into episode 8. Because boy, the drama got hyped. So we open up episode 8 with our glorious Evolve manager, Stevie, coming out. She hints at a big tournament or a big match coming soon for the titles. Before she can spill the tea, Zeta and Stripe Bright interfere with Donovan. The new faction is called Vanity Project. I like it. I can see Stripe Bright like literally moving straight to NXT soon. Same thing with Zeta Steels. They're the breakout stars of the group. And yeah, they're hyping up. They say Zeta is the best girl. Stripe Bright is the best team. Jackson Drake is going to be the champion. And Donovan is the beast. And all of you guys just are not good looking enough to join the group. And I'm like, damn, not Vanity Project calling us chopped. Because to be honest, if they call me chopped, I will believe it. Because they look good as a group, I'm not going to lie. So when they say we all look chopped, I'm like, okay, Ricky Smokes. Okay, Zeta Steels. I get it. We're chopped, we're busted, we're ugly. It's okay. We're not on your level. And then Super Sean Legacy is waiting by, I think, backstage because Stevie is just like mad. Stevie looks irritated. Stevie's like, you know what? Sean Legacy's backstage. So she's like, you know what? Sean Legacy, come out. So he comes out. Vanity Project is mad. And she's like, you know what, Drake? You were supposed to have a match. What about you have it now? So it leads into the first match. What? Yes, crazy. So you get Drake, Jackson Drake, and Super Sean Legacy. I would say Jackson Drake is really good. I really like his moveset. Back and forth action from both. Drake moves quickly, hitting sideways slam and like a backflip RKO. I didn't know the name of his finisher, but like, boy, how the hell did you do a springboard backflip into an RKO? What? Crazy. Sean flew around like a superhero. That's why his name is Sean, Super Sean Legacy, because boy, he is one hell of a superhero flying around. But the chaos breaks out, the Vanity Project by ringside. The referee throws them out. Zeta starts crying. She's like, no, Jackson, no. They pull them away. And Sean hits the shambles for the win. I really like it. And it kind of shows that Jackson Drake and Super Sean Legacy are maybe one of the top 2 for the title. And I cannot wait to see how all of that breaks out. And then we get my girl, Smiley Kylie. I love Kylie Ray. Just like the whole like happy gimmick. We need a little bit more happy wrestlers in wrestling. And she's outside at the park having a nice day. She's like, I'm not scared of Wendy Choo. I want my rematch. And she's like, I'm waiting for Wendy. I can't wait to see how you respond, Wendy. Tension is building. And we will see later, Wendy responds in the most creepiest way ever. AKA, I think Kylie should call the cops on Wendy Choo because Wendy Choo is low-key a stalker, but in a creepier way. And we will get to that later. But Wendy Choo, if I saw Wendy Choo in the alleyway, I would run 360 away because Wendy Choo is just built different because she is that girl. Then we get, I loved it. So we get Harlem Lewis versus K-Vu in a face-off. We get the 2 big undefeated men in a face-off. It was getting good. They both clap back at each other saying that they're going to be champion. I'm going to make you lose your undefeated streak. Each one of them saying that they're better than the other. But then Stevie has to ruin the fun. Why does Stevie need to ruin the fun? She ruins the fun and she's like, Oh, hell no, no, no. You guys ain't gonna break the ring next week. You guys ain't gonna destroy the Evolve arena. This is a brand new arena. This is a brand new show. You ain't gonna destroy it. Because we know Kevu and Lewis will destroy the whole arena. I'm not surprised that they actually have a match and at the end, everyone is just knocked out. So Stevie's like, we're gonna prevent this giant kaiju fight from happening. So instead, next week you're gonna fight Sight Right. And both of them are like, what the hell? I'm even like, what the hell, Stevie? They don't look thrilled to be teammates. And we see that later on, but I think Stevie made a mistake because she notices at the end of this episode, she maybe sent Stripe Right to their death. And we're going to see why later. And then we get Zora Zachar versus Aria Burnett, and Aria Burnett is out with Layla Diggs. So yes, they're finally a tag team. I can't wait to see if they have a tag team name. I really like the tag team of Aria Burnett and Lola Diggs. Really like energetic, really good. It was a really good match. Zora's stalker, Zachar, and Aria does a respectful handshake. It was quick pace, fast. Ariana flips into her arm bars. But Zachar hits a slick head scissors, and at the end, Zachar wins with her Z killer move. That's a really good move. Post-match, Chewy's interviewing Zachar, but then the lights go off, creepy music plays, lights go back off. Zachar's like, did you do this, Chewy? And Chewy's like, hell no. So we all know what that means. Miss Wendy Choo was around. She left a little present for Zachar. And literally, Chewy's like, what the hell does it say? She opens it. She's like, Kylie, I accept. And Zachar is like, I need to get the hell out of here. So Wendy Choo accepts Kylie's match by interfering in Zachar's match. I will be Zachar too. I will just run the hell out. So pretty much, I think next time we're gonna get Wendy versus Kylie. And boy, if you saw the first match, Wendy obliterated her. So Kylie, be careful. And then we get the next match. We get Curly Bright with Kendall Gray, the frenemies, because like Kendall's not messing with Bright that much, but it's kind of cute. Like I love their dynamic. Versus Kalex, the luchadora, the mystery luchadora. And she's kind of creepy looking, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe her and Wendy Choo can team up in the future. You never know. But Kalex is pretty much powerful, beating the hell out of Kylie. And Kendall's like telling her, no, be aggressive, girl, step out of the cuteness. Kendall's the girl telling her friend, stop being delusional, fight. So Curly puts up a fight, and at the end, Curly wins with a surprise roll-up. And Kendall's outside happy with her. Kalex looks mad. And Kendall and Kylie kind of looks happy and they're smiling. See, the cute little frenemies are actually getting along. I like it. And Kalex seemed mad. Maybe Kalex needs a tag team partner. Wendy Choo, I'm just saying, you and Kalex can make a good team. And now on to the main event. We get the main event. Timothy Thatcher versus Bryce Donovan. It was messy, scrappy, and kind of underwhelming. I love Timothy Thatcher, but like a lot of the strikes were stiff. It was this awkward suplex. Like Donovan tried to do a suplex on Timothy. Timothy is on the ropes. He's trying to get off of the ropes. We know Timothy Thatcher is more the veteran. I think, and you can kind of see in this match that,
oh brother, this guy stinks!
I think Donovan needs more time. Thank God they put him with Vanity Project because I think he needs more of that time to like develop. But the Vanity Project shows up again. Yes, they show up. I don't know how. I thought they got kicked out. But I guess they need mommy and daddy's money because they're rich kids too. So I'm not surprised if they found their way back in. And Bryce hits a big slam and steals the win. Not a strong finish of the night, but it does build up that whole Vanity Project versus maybe Donna versus Timothy legacy and 200 people down the line. And I cannot wait. Then we end with the best segment this week. So Stevie's watching a match, smiling. Lewis and KV walks in and they said, you know what, we hate each other, but Straight Right is annoying as hell. You want to kill him? You want to beat the hell out of them? And Lewis is like, hell yeah. Stevie's eyes look like terrified. She's like, oh my God, I just sent 2 young boys to their death. Stevie, you pretty much did. Stevie, you let the 2 biggest men go after Straight Right next episode. You send these men to their death, most likely. So now on to Episode 9, and boy, was it an episode. Guys, in the last episode of Evolve was amazing for this week. We got a lot of people fighting for the top contender spots. We get announced some really big news, which leads into evolving into the next level. And we pretty much see who's going to be kind of the heads of each division. So let's get right into it. So we start off with Kaylee Ray talking about Wendy Choo, saying that why you give Zora Zacher the teddy bear, it's actually her son's teddy bear, so Kylie's even madder. And she says she's going to fight Wendy Choo later, and she's done with Wendy's mind games. We have to see later in the show if Kylie can overcome Wendy Choo. But we know Wendy Choo. She is really a good wrestler, but she really does play into those mind games. Then we get the first match of the night. We have Zeta Steels and Layla Diggs. It was a really good match. I liked it. It was really good. Layla did some high flying. These two went back and forth. Layla using her handsprings and aerial offenses was really cool. But Zeta grounds her, brutal and persistent, keeping her down. But at the end, Zeta hits a codebreaker on the ropes and then finishes it off with her signature ZDT, Zeta Tornado DDT, for the pin. Her own style of a DDT. And I'm going to say this now, if you guys ever watch Zeta Steel, go watch some of her indie matches. She's really good. And she could be a future champion in WWE. I can see it. Then we have a really interesting match. We have High Rise, Eric Warren versus Freedom Ramsley. What a match. High Rise, Tariq, and DuPont came in with high energy. They were steamrolling early. But Aaron is pretty different. He gave a lot of diva energy, very lay cool. He did some slaps. He did some diva moves, distracting. He wasn't really fighting. Freedom came in shining, but the duo, offensive Derek and DuPont, overpowered, slapped, slamming Aaron into next week, and then tagging in DuPont to hit the finisher, the Heart Stopper, for the tag team win. And it was crazy when they did the tag team finisher. The crowd was screaming. Derek and DuPont is a really good team, and I want to see more from Freedom and Warren, because Aaron seems like a really interesting character. That diva-esque mystique of Aaron, and also Freedom is a really good high flyer, so I want to see how that all plays out. And then, guys, we finally get the announcement of a town hall meeting next week, and Stevie is saying she has some big news, so most likely the titles are coming, or we have some type of tournament or something, so I can't wait for Stevie to announce it. I can't wait to cover that soon. And then we get Kylie Ray versus Wendy Choo. You guys know Wendy Choo, really creepy, and she proves it in this match. She drums Kylie early before the match. Kylie, before the bell, decimated her. Kylie tries to fight back with a crossface into a brainbuster. But the turning point is when Wendy plays mind games using Kylie Ray's son's teddy bear, distracting Kylie, throwing her against the ring post, and then later in the ring, she rips the teddy bear apart. Kylie goes crazy. She does a super punch and multiple suplexes, but Wendy Choo wakes up and puts Kylie to sleep with her sleepy submission and draws a sad face on Kylie, like she's a broken doll, and then walks out. It's a really interesting and pretty much I think Kylie Ray and Wendy Choo rivalry is going to still build from here, and I'm really interested. Wendy Choo is a really interesting character. I like her gimmick. I like that creepy gimmick of Wendy Choo, so I can't wait to see how that all plays out. And Kylie Ray seems like the good opposite to Wendy's, yin and yang. They seem like a good pairing in a rivalry. And then we get the main event of the week, and boy, was it fun. We got Kevu and Harlem Lewis, the undefeated, biggest, toughest guys in Evolve, against Stripe Right, Brad, and Smokes. The undefeated duo continues their reign of destruction. KVU starts hot, beating the hell out of one of the Straight Right members, but then Harlem tags in out of nowhere with power, isolating Brad. Then before Smokes can make an impact, KVU and Harlem beats them up. And then they both hit him with the finishers. KVU with his
monster kill
fall from grace, and then Harlem with his stand-in splash, stand-in reverse suplex for the win. It was really good chemistry, and I really liked it. At the end of the match, both of the men look at each other aggressively. I really like this rivalry. KVU and Harlem are the breakout stars for me in Evolve after watching the first couple episodes, and now this, like KVU and Harlem is a really breakout stars. I maybe would like if they do Evolve tag team titles. KVU and Harlem can be a team, like that team that don't like each other. Like I think that would be a good dynamic if they introduce the Evolve titles. And I think we're getting a Evolve tag division kinda, because we're kind of like at the end of the show they kind of hint that like, well, we have these tag teams. Because look, guys, at the end, Stevie's watching the main event and she's like, oh, damn, I did send Straight Right to their doom. And then Gallus shows up and Gallus says they want to fight. And Stevie's like, who, Harlem or KVU? Both. And Stevie's like, oh, okay. Let me see what I can do. So we have a future match soon with Gallus and KVU and Harlem. I cannot wait. It's going to be so good. But guys, this week of Evolve been so good. We got some new wrestlers. We got storylines intertwining. And we got a lot of breakout stars. So I would say a lot of the breakout stars for this week is Gallus. Gallus is a really good faction. I'll say Straight Right or the Vanity Project. All of them. Even though Donovan didn't have the best match against Timothy Thatcher, I feel like that group altogether, they seem like a good breakout group. I'm also going to say another breakout was Harlem Lewis and KVU. Like, you really see that. And I really liked it. Also, Javier Bernard. He's one of my favorites in Evolve. I can't wait to see what he does with his new gimmick. So that's pretty much the review of Evolve for this week, guys. Hopefully you guys liked it. Next week, I'm going to review the next couple episodes of LFG. If you didn't see it, go watch my review of the last couple episodes of LFG. Because, boy, was the drama hot on LFG, and I cannot wait to cover it. Because I hear later down in the season, it just gets spicy. And, boy, does it get even more spicy in LFG. So please go watch it on a video. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. I love reviewing LFG and Evolve because it's kind of like these are the next talents. And we see like who's going to be the breakout star. And I kind of like it because like I watch some indie matches or I follow some of these people on social. So when I see them on LFG or Evolve, I'm like, oh my God, like I watched this person grow like in the indies, or like I've been watching this person on social like kill it. And now like they making it big. It's kind of cool. So yeah. And I will see you guys next time.